Alright, today's video, I'm going to share with you guys what I bought my sister and her husband for Christmas. Make this video before Christmas. I'm not going to put this on Instagram until after Christmas because I think my sister follows me on Instagram, so I'll put a picture of this on Instagram later. But my sister saw my fake bootleg NES and she thought it was cool. She said, "Whoa, that's cool. They still make brand new Nintendos? Do they make brand new Super Nintendos?" I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "I think I'm going to buy one for Jason." Jason's her husband. And as far as I know, she hasn't bought him one yet. So I bought them this for Christmas. Hopefully she didn't buy him a bootleg fake Super Nintendo yet, but I did. There it is. Retro Duo. 8-bit and 16-bit twin video game system version 3.0. NES and SNES. Right there. 2-in-1. So let's see what we have here. I'm going to play it now. Make sure it works. Yeah, that's it. I'm making sure it works. So, the reason I got this one over the Retron 2, this is a Retron 1, is because I'm not sure if the Retron 2 works on new TVs. I know this works on new HD TVs, so I researched it on YouTube and saw that it does. So, here we go. Instruction manual right here. I'm pretty sure it's not very complicated. Okay, so here's all the contents. It smells very plasticky, so here's a controller, Super Nintendo style controller, and this will work for a regular Nintendo too. So you use that for both Nintendo and Super Nintendo games. Here's the console. I went with silver because I think the silver looked nice. They had a black one, but it was like black and red, and it looked more like a Sega system. So there you go. Super Nintendo slot. Or is this one? I think this is Super Nintendo and this is a Nintendo slot. 8-bit, 16-bit, reset, power right there. You choose 16 or 8-bit. Looks very nice. Very nice looking system. Okay, so it has the S-video cables. I'm going to go with the audio video today. And then it comes with a 5-volt power supply. So low power consumption. It's not a big ass brick like the old systems. So let's try this out. I did get them games. And I'll show you what I got them in a second here, but let's go ahead and hook this up. I actually don't have a Super Nintendo, a real one or a fake one right now. I'm thinking of getting one. So let's see how this works. I got my fake Nintendo. Very good. Perfect emulation as far as I could tell. Plug that in. Where's my cables? Hold on. Let me grab my... Okay, I got it hooked up to standard audio-video cables. I don't feel like opening the S-videos, so it's all sealed up. So I went ahead and grabbed some standard audio-video cables. So here we go. Let's play this thing. So here's the games I bought for them. Super Mario World and Super Mario Kart right there. And this is mine. We'll test this later. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. But yeah, my sister is one of those popular people. She has friends with kids. Her friends' kids are like anywhere from 2 to 5 years old. So these are good games for kids to play. Yeah. Retro games are good for kids. So here you go. Play this. 16-bit. Hell yeah, it works. Oh, memories. 1990 to 1991. As far as I could tell, sound emulation is perfect right now. Graphics look perfect. Looks like the save works. Erase data. Yeah, it works. It still saves games. This old-ass game still saves. Alright, let's check this out. Man, I'm going to keep this for myself. I'm just going to buy them a Target gift card. I think I want to keep this thing now. Oh man, I need to get me one of these. I'm going to say it. I was a Sega Genesis guy when I was a kid, but I'm older now. The 16-bit war is over. I'm going to say the Super Nintendo was a classier system. Sega Genesis was like a Corvette. Kind of raw, kind of rough around the edges. The Super Nintendo is more like a Porsche. more refined. But like I said, I was Sega Genesis guy, but I'm gonna say it right now, I always appreciated Super Nintendo. But you know, when you're a kid, you gotta choose sides. It's funny because I still see people on Super Nintendo versus Genesis videos. Guys are like late 30s, 40 years old, and they're still fighting over what was better. It's like the war's over. It's like you guys are still fighting over this. You're married with kids and you're still fighting over Super Nintendo versus Genesis. Oh my God, get over it. It's over with. It's over and done with. Yeah, but Super Nintendo, it always had nicer colors than the Genesis. Music, I gotta say, Genesis did have better music in some games than Super Nintendo. But you know what? I do have this song in my MP3 player. I'm a nerd. But yeah, Super Nintendo, it had good graphics. It had crisper colors. Genesis was more rough around the edges, but I just liked it more. But I could appreciate Super Nintendo now. I really want one now. Yeah, fuck yeah, I'm gonna keep this for myself. Get my sister and her husband a Target gift card. Now I'm actually excited for them to see what I got them. Because you know, they freaking have everything, man. I don't know. I didn't know what to buy then. Then I remembered my sister telling me, hey, your fake Nintendo's cool. So I'm like, you know what? That's a good idea for a present. You know, and it's brand new. I could buy him a Super Nintendo, but I wanted to buy him something brand new. So, yeah, that'll be fun. They got, you know, it's brand new smell, you know, that new plastic smell. And Super Nintendos, they tend to turn yellow, like pea yellow. Some are pea yellow, some stayed like cream color. But there's something wrong with Nintendo plastic. They turned yellow. And that's another reason Genesis was cooler. It was black, so it didn't turn pea yellow. Even the Dreamcast, I don't think turned pea yellow like Super Nintendos and Nintendos. Yoshi. So you get different powers. Like if you eat a like red turtles, you shoot fireballs. If you eat a purple turtle, I think you fly. I think it's purple that you fly. So yeah, that's Super Mario World. Damn. Hey, get me one of these. Okay, let's try Mario Kart. And from what I could tell, sound emulation is perfect. Sound and graphics look perfect. So far, so good. Ooh, this game rules. I'm gonna play this before Christmas. It's the 20th today. I might review these games. I might play it, you know, play this, you know, before Christmas, before I give it to them. No, actually, I want to play 100cc class. Go big or go home. So many memories. I did have a Super Nintendo and Genesis when I was younger, but I got a Genesis first, so I always liked the Genesis more. I had the NES, Genesis, and Super Nintendo, and I went in order. So, here we go. I always choose Koopa Troopa. He's the slowest top speed, but he has the best acceleration. Or not the best, best handling. There it is. Oh crap. This game still looks good, man. Still looks good. See, Super Nintendo had different special effects than the Genesis. This was a very Super Nintendo. This game has Super Mario World. They defined the SNES, I think. Like a boss, first place. I'm destroying everybody. I never played the Nintendo 64 Mario Karts, to be honest with you. I didn't play Nintendo 64 a lot. I played PlayStation. The Sega Saturn actually ended up being the best system out of the N64, PlayStation, and Saturn. Those three, that generation. I don't know. No, PS1 was really good actually. But like right now, I've been playing a lot of Sega Saturn because it has more 2D games. Like I went PlayStation when it was new, just because, you know, it was the new thing. Saturn didn't do many 3D games. But now going back in time, I think Saturn was the best system because it was more of a 2D system. Kicked their ass, man. Never went away. My skills never went away. Like beat Luigi by 4 seconds. Okay. So Super Nintendo emulation appears to be perfect. Now let's see Nintendo emulation. Oh, that's kind of tall. Let me move it to the side. There you go. Alright, let's see how Nintendo sounds or emulates. It works. Okay, it's off. See, I could tell. This is slightly off. The sound's slightly off. It kind of has a slight tinny sound. Don't know if it's coming through the TV, but I could hear it. The graphics look fine, but the sound's a little off. You know what? Now I'm going to hold on to this because the emulation for the sound is perfect with this thing. Listen. It's off. Okay, you know what? Quick review. Super Nintendo wise sounds perfect. Graphics are perfect. NES, the sound's off. Listen. I don't know if you could tell, but it's definitely not right. Yeah, if you're like really if you played these games a billion times, you're gonna tell the difference. If you're new to NES and Super Nintendo, definitely pick this up. It's a great deal. $45. Kicked his ass. 40. Destroyed them. So that's it, man. That's a retro duo. NES sounds a little off. Super Nintendo sounds perfect. So yeah, and I got these games off eBay. Freaking expensive, man. $25 each. And Super Nintendo games held their value. And they sold millions of these, and they still cost $25 each. But yeah, it worked perfectly. I actually did clean them though before I tested them out. But everything works. So there you go. What happens if you put 2 cartridges in? Super Mario World? Punch out? Hey, right on. So there you go. There you have it. The Retro Duo. I am thoroughly impressed. The only thing is you can't play Nintendo gun games because the Super Nintendo controller controls both systems, and obviously there's no port for the Nintendo gun. So there you have it. I will not post this on my Instagram till after Christmas, but I'm really looking forward to giving this to my sister and her husband, man. I'm very proud of this gift. I'm like, cool, I thought of something cool to get them. Because they have freaking everything, man. I don't know what to buy them. Alright, everyone. Kick ass. Be safe. And take it easy.